Sex education is starting earlier in public schools and getting a lot more graphic. A new report shows children ages 5 to 8 are learning about intercourse and homosexuality. 9 to 12-year-olds are being taught about contraception and gay marriage. And ages 12 to 15 are learning what it means to be transgender and that, quote, there are many ways to give and receive sexual pleasure without having intercourse. Well, that full report is being released Wednesday by the American Principles Project. Andy Blom led the investigation and joins us now for an exclusive preview. Andy, a lot of things in your report are not even appropriate to talk about on TV, let alone in a classroom. Why did you decide to track these things?
Well, this actually came out of the whole Kevin Jennings issue where we began to be concerned about what the federal government was going to mandate under safe schools. And that drove us to begin to look at what actually was happening in the schools. And it's alarming. Our children are our most important resource. Our job as a nation, as people, as parents, are to nurture and protect these children. And they're being assaulted, and they're being assaulted by our own government.
Andy, is this happening in every public school?
Frankly, we're not sure, and that's what we're looking into. Our first report has just come out. We'll be doing a report every month, but we have a website, presumeinnocence.com, that's going up. We're asking everybody to join us in finding out what's going on. Our researchers will be looking in school district across the country, but we want people to tell us what's happening in their schools if they know.
Yeah, I mean, 5 to 8-year-olds learning about intercourse. I mean, I was much older than that. I'm sure you were too. That just seems absurd.
Well, it's not only absurd, it's a violation of the children's innocence, and it's a severe violation of the parents' rights, because these children are they're being used as pawns in a social agenda to promote sexuality, to promote homosexuality, and being taught things that are confrontational to the parents' values and the parents' religious faith. So this is a very wrong attack on values, using children as instruments.
Andy, what about abstinence education? Is that even an option? Is there money for that?
Well, interestingly enough, it had been taken out. The funding for abstinence education had been cut out by the Obama administration. But in current health care bill, there has been an amendment to put abstinence education back into it, but it's a very small portion of funding. And you have to realize that this is being brought in under the radar. A lot of this sex education comes in under, quote, safe schools. They want to talk about safety in schools, and they talk about safety in schools. They want to talk about bullying, and then we have to understand about LBGT and different transgendered homosexual relationships.
Andy? Oh, I'm sorry. Real quick, Andy, what can parents do who are concerned about this?
Well, they really need to learn what's going on in their school. They need to ask questions. We all need to communicate with each other. We need to start asking these questions as part of a public dialogue. We need to ask politicians. Someone's running for president. Let's ask him where he stands on this. Let's make this an important part of the public discussion. It's happened under the radar, and we really need to start making this an important public issue.
All right, Andy Blom, thanks so much for this.
Thank you.